As an aviation enthusiast and just in general, I've never traveled outside the United States before. I've always been interested by international travel and have wanted to see what it's all about. After years of conflicts and patience, my second country to add to my list will be Mexico, as we'll be traveling from Tulsa to Dallas-Fort Worth to San Jose del Cabo with American Airlines on their Boeing 737-800 and Airbus A321. This is going to be a blast, and I'm really excited for this. So let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Welcome to Tulsa International Airport. As expected, arriving to the airport was quite a surreal feeling considering that I'll be traveling internationally for the very first time. Checking in was simple as always until the international portion. Speaking of which, the international portion of check-in was really simple as all that was required was scanning your passport, which I found super easy to do. Whoever thought international travel would be so easy on your first attempt? Nevertheless, I was through security within 10 minutes and to my gate within another 5. These quick times never get old at Tulsa International Airport. Welcome to Gate Alpha 9, where we'll find this American Airlines Boeing 737-800 registered November 945 Alpha November. With this aircraft working on 23 years old, I was eager to get inside and see how it looked. So let's go ahead and board, everybody.
All settled in and settled in and really good. Very nice room. And yes.
And here we go for the pushback, everybody. Be sure to stay on the lookout for all the in-flight videos as those will be coming out very soon.
Tablets and smartwatches. Please switch them to airplane mode now. If your electronic device falls into your seat, please do not adjust your seat and contact a crew member.
How about another runway 8 takeoff due to light winds? These crosswind runway takeoffs are always fun, so I'm stoked for this as one would expect. And here we go for our takeoff on runway 8, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this takeoff as it was a really cool one.
That was a pretty short runway for 737. Well, he only had 1,000 foot left, so he needs to get off. It's what we call an obstacle departure procedure. It's like a roller coaster.
How fast do you think we're going?
Oh, we're definitely going probably 210 probably.
Only 210?
That would be 300 miles an hour, 210 knots. That's a different conversion. 300 miles per hour probably.
Like almost on its side.
There's a bunch.
Let's climb up to our cruising altitude of 22,000 feet, everybody. And here we go for our cruising altitude of 22,000 feet, everybody. I think it's really cool how this flight always cruises at 22,000 feet no matter what. It's a really cool segment, so that's absolutely fantastic. It's expected since it's short, but it's always really fun. So yeah, here we go for our cruising information today. So nothing too crazy, but we did have some moments to talk about, so let's go ahead and talk about those, including all of the views that we had during cruise. I'll be throwing them in here throughout this voiceover segment. I thought they were really nice. Getting to see various places that I'm pretty accustomed to, but it was really nice to see them in the great light, and the wing was so nicely lit. lit during this flight. It was really cool. And then we had some blue skies, some clouds. It was really great. And overall, I really enjoyed it. So that was a bunch of fun. My brother did try to get on Facebook as we were traveling as a family on the plane, which was unfortunate because he didn't know that American doesn't supply free Wi-Fi. So at least he tried. He was able to connect to it, but then Facebook wouldn't load and he realized that it was not free. So what can you do? I did also utilize the American Airlines, the free features of the in-flight entertainment, including the live TV, and also took a look at the weather, which was going to be really good where we were going today to San Jose del Cabo. So certainly was very much looking forward to that, as it was going to be excellent. Not too much else crazy going on during the flight. Here's the seat back contents with the Wi-Fi card, the safety card, the waist bag, and all those various amenities. So glad to have those as well. And then I also did do some studying for the instrument written test on this flight too. So that certainly went well. Since we were so early, we were coming in 30 minutes early into Dallas. They made the decision for us that we were going to be doing some long taxiing. So we ended up landing on runway 17 left. So pretty simple landing here. We made a couple of slight turns over Plano, and then we came in to land on runway 17 left. So I really hope each and every one of you enjoy that. And we'll talk a little bit more once we get here in here for our layover at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. So let's go ahead and land, everybody. I really hope each and every one of you enjoy this.
Let's see. Might be. Let's see. Not bounce. Not the best, not the worst. Got us down.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I'll be doing a full video on the layover, so be sure to stay on the lookout for that. But nevertheless, here's the summary of how it happened. So we arrived in the gate C37 after taxiing around the airport for a little bit due to our early arrival. Following that, we got to see the new C gate renovations, which I thought was absolutely outstanding. And from there, we went over to the A gates because that's where our connecting flight was. We had a pretty short layover of about an hour or so. So once we made it over there, it was already time to board, or so we thought, because our flight ended up getting delayed as an inbound flight from San Diego, California. So following that, what I ended up doing was going to plane spot, because we know the drill. So never going to complain about some extra plane spotting time. So I got to see some really cool aircraft, including some special liveries like the American Airlines Airbus A321 flagship Valor. Also got to see the San Francisco Giants Alaska 737 MAX 9 in the Chrome 737-800 as well. So that was an absolute blast. And then by that point, it was already time to board. So again, stay on the lookout for the full layover video. But nevertheless, here we go at gate Alpha 39 as we make it back to the A gates with a gate change here for American Airlines Airbus A321 that will be taking us over to San Jose del Cabo, registered November 178 Uniform Sierra. So let's go ahead and check out this process for how to board international flight, everybody. This is going to be a blast. Let's get into this. Alrighty, everybody, let's go ahead and take a look at our seat right here. So as you can see, you got the seat back contents looking really good, especially that safety card, loving that. You get the device holder, which is also looking very good. And you got the tray table, which is nice and clean. So you absolutely love to see that here on this Kodiak product. And also a really solid amount of leg room, to be completely honest. I was really impressed, but there's a little pocket if you need it. And you also got the outlet down there as well, which is very nice. So very glad to see the universal power outlet. Here are the seats. I thought they were really interesting. The slimline version, which I wasn't expecting American to ever implement these when I was a kid, to be honest. But here we are in 2023. What can you do? But at least the padding's fairly solid, so what can you do? Not too bad. And then of course you got the air vents, the reading lights, and all that, those fun items. So looking good there. And then here is our wing view from C34F, looking very nice. And here we go for the pushback, everybody. Be sure to stay on the lookout for all the in-flight videos, as those will be coming out very soon. And here we go for our takeoff on runway 17 right, everybody. I really hope each and every one of you enjoyed this takeoff, as it was a really fun one. Man, what a beautiful takeoff that was. Let's go ahead and begin the bank towards San Jose del Cabo and climb up to our cruising altitude of 34,000 feet, everybody. Alrighty everybody, so welcome to our cruising altitude of 34,000 feet. Certainly some more significant takeaways from this cruising session compared to the last one, so let's go ahead and talk about all those components. First and foremost, we had an in-flight service, which for this flight of about 2.5 hours is what you'd expect, so that was certainly nice there with the Biscoff and the soda, so certainly enjoyed that very much. I did look through some of my pictures from Dallas as well and took some snaps of those, so I was certainly glad to reflect on how good those came out. I was really pleased with those, to be completely honest. And then last but certainly not least, before we get into the major takeaway from this cruising session, there was also an interesting internet access perk. So take a look at this. So $15 for the 1 hour pass and $19 for the flight pass. As we know, not a great deal to be completely honest. But how about American Airlines offering an opportunity to watch an ad for 20 minutes of free Wi-Fi, which I was a huge fan of. Other airlines around the world do offer this, so it was really cool to see American Airlines offer this for the very first time. So you know that I already took advantage of that and tracked our flight on Flight Radar 24. So really cool perk by American Airlines. I very much enjoyed that. It was super cool to finally get to use Wi-Fi without, obviously having to pay money. Only had to watch a 30-second ad, so I certainly was in favor of that, and that was absolutely awesome. So the major takeaway from this flight, however, was not any of those components I talked about. It was the views. The views on this flight were absolutely spectacular as we cruised over various regions, including West Texas and then northern Mexico, of course, before crossing over the water to go to Baja California. It was just absolutely spectacular. There were so many good ones and really diverse region changes, such as mountains, flatlands, deserts, and also you're going to see here with the various clouds that were presented. It was really cool. I also used some filters on my phone, which I think made it look really cool. So I'll put a montage together so you can really reflect. It was absolutely beautiful. And then we'll come back once we're getting closer to our destination in San Jose del Cabo. So I really hope you enjoy this cruise. It was absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, everybody. Alrighty everybody, so let's summarize this itinerary. I thought American Airlines did a really good job with these two flights from Tulsa, Dallas to San Jose del Cabo. I had a great time traveling with my family for the very first time internationally, and American Airlines did a really good job making the process super simple with the passport scanning. Yes, it's nothing crazy since we're only going from the United States to Mexico, but they made it really easy, and I very much appreciate American Airlines doing just that. We did have a delay on that second flight, but man, the views certainly made up for it. I know American Airlines didn't contribute to the views at all, but it was certainly really nice that we were able to get those on this flight, so that was fantastic. And delay was for unknown reasons, so I wasn't at the gate the whole time, so I'm not going to fault American. They very well could have made an announcement, but from what I interpreted from my family, there wasn't really any major announcement regarding why it was delayed, so that was unfortunate, but we still made it there only like 30 minutes behind, so not too bad overall, and American Airlines did a good job for a flight of this length. Again, I really enjoyed it. Great views throughout this flight. The service was sufficient. The seats were fine. Kodiak is what it is. What can you do about it? But my mom has status on American, so that's why we usually fly them as a family, and I really can't blame her. She got it in 1999. They were a different airline airline at that point, and our status is so good that it makes no sense not to fly American. And we're going to a destination where there was a good mile redemption. So at the end of the day, I completely respect it, and I'm certainly not going to complain with any flights. So I think the other airlines would have did a similar job on, in some cases. Delta would have been nice, but for paying 3 times as much, I think American did a really good job here. Be on the lookout for all the in-flight videos, the San Jose del Cabo spotting content, and also the return flights, as we'll be taking United internationally from San Jose del Cabo to Denver, and then Southwest back home to Tulsa from there. But nevertheless, here's our landing on the rolling 16 at the San Jose del Cabo airport for the very first time, my first international landing. This is going to be a blast. I'm looking very forward to this. I hope each and every one of you are as well, and let's go ahead and experience an international landing for the very first time, everybody. Here we go in San Jose del Cabo. I hope each and every one of you enjoy.
All right, Farmer Joe.
Wouldn't be surprising. All right, here we go. Man, we're getting low. Uh-oh.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. And keep the aisles clear of all carry-on items.
And welcome everybody to an international destination for the very first time in San Jose del Cabo, Mexico. Super excited to be my first international destination. What great weather we have as well. So we're going to start taxiing back to the terminal, and I'll put a little bit of footage in there so you can see what it's all about. But we'll have more in-depth videos coming on Cabo in the future. So I hope each and every one of you are looking forward to those. But nevertheless, we'll be docking up at gate 14 today. So I hope you enjoyed this footage, and don't quite leave once we park up at the gate, because we have some more to get into as we're in a new place, and that means that we have a new process to go through. So let's go ahead and get into this, everybody.
Flight attendants verify this over. Stand by for all calls.
And welcome inside the San Jose del Cabo International Airport, everybody. Super excited to be inside my first international airport, and in this case I lucked out as all the boards have subtitles in English, which is really nice. Of course, Spanish is the predominant language in Mexico, but English is universal there as well, which is really helpful. So arriving in was really nice. The inside of the terminal is really nice. So of course you go straight to immigration once you arrive into an international country. In this particular case, there's some other international travel cases where they have pre-clearance, and we'll actually be covering that in a future video, so stay on the lookout for that. But nevertheless, really cool to arrive in here, and it was really quick. I think it only took around 15 minutes or so. Huge credit to San Jose del Cabo. They've done a really good job making that a very efficient operation, which is really encouraging to see. So I really enjoyed that, and it went really fast, so that was really good. Took 15 minutes, got the passport stamp, very first one, so that was really cool, and overall a great experience. And again, I'll be talking more about that experience and much more in the San Jose del Cabo airport video, so we'll have a full plane spotting video from inside the terminal, which I was surprised I was able to pull that off, so very excited for that, so stay on the lookout for that. And in addition, we'll be finding a full video with regards to the actual airport infrastructure, immigration, and those various the processes as a U.S. tourist here at Cabo. So I hope each and every one of you are looking forward to that as well. I may even make a video about traveling internationally for the very first time. I haven't decided yet, but I do have plenty of footage to do so if I choose. So if that's something you're interested in, please let me know in the comment section, and I might do that for each and every one of you. But yeah, I just want to talk real quick. This is a really special moment for my family and I, because as my longtime viewers know, this was our planned vacation for spring break of 2020. And don't think I need to explain why it ended up getting postponed till 2023. I about said canceled, but it never got canceled. It just went on the back burner for a while, and we were finally able to make this trip happen. Really fun, just a really special moment. Obviously, I was really excited to do that when I was 16 years old, and honestly, I'm kind of glad that I got to wait till I was older at 19 to get to experience this for the very first time. I think it helped to continue to mature and learn about the region more before I went there. I think that certainly helped, but there's so many different components to international travel, like different currencies, different languages, different types of food, you know, all these various cultural changes, and it's really cool to get to observe them in each and every way. So certainly considering making a video on those changes, so let me know if you're interested in that. But nevertheless, what a fun time heading over to Cabo. This was a really fun trip for it. Certainly looked very forward to making this, and I had a great time doing so. So I hope each and every one of you enjoyed. What a unique experience. Had a great time. American Airlines did a great job getting us here, and I really very much enjoyed it. And I'm going to be excited for upcoming videos at Cabo and talk about these very unique experiences, and then we'll be heading back over to the United States following that. So I hope each and every one of you enjoyed today's video, but nevertheless, that'll do for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really want to thank you all so much for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love and love you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.